Here we go. Say hi. Hurry up, hurry up. Say hi. Here we go. Up, hurry up. Do it. Keep, don't jump. Ready? Go. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go, sit high. Sit high. Here we go, sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Go. Here we go. We're good. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Keep, don't jump. Ready? Sit high.
Ready! Hut! Here we go, set! Ready, ready! Okay, break! Ready! Ready up! Hut! Set, hut! Set, go! Down! Hut! Go! Let's go! Set! Ready! Hut, hut! Got it? Set. Here we go. Ready? Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Set, ready. Ready, go. Let's go now. Set, hut. Here we go, here we go. Set, go. Set. Ready. Ready. Hut, go. Come on, set! Set! Here we go, set! Ready? Set, hut! Ready, ready! Down! Hut, hut! Ready, ready! Hut, hut! Let's go! Set! Here we go! Ready, ready! Ready, ready! Hut! Set, ready! Set, hut! Let's go now. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Go. On the set. Ready.
It's week 12 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Bears and the Vikings on Monday Night Prime Time.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
I hope everyone took advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. Now it's time to focus on some football. Bears and Vikings underway on Monday night. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 81 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Out to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Throw left side, complete to Scott. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, an early statement. They go for it on 4th and goal and wind up punching it in.
And that wasn't on the 1-yard line either. It wasn't just quarterback sneak range. They had to work for that one, but they certainly got the job done.
Brian Johnson now for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Jerick McKinnon now to return.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive.
Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Now an option play on second down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
To throw is Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
James Lynch
able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
DJ Waddle.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Mond. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The Vikings at 1-10 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Mond out of the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Leonard Floyd
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Mon looks to throw.
Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Cohen. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Open man here is Scott, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fields.
Pass incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 13-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now Fields.
Caught by Allen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Tyler Scott.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0. To return, it's McKinnon.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go Madison up the middle, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Mon going to throw it.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Mon throwing on 2nd down. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Going to run with Madison again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's Mon.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
K.J. Osborne.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mond. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 2nd down throw now for Mond. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Fields now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. That's Mooney. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Completes it to Miller. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Mond. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now Mon. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Mon looks to throw on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action, set to begin the third quarter. And we'll welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They go play action here. Mon. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Mon looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
In motion, it's Miller. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they run the option on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little peppin'.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
James Lynch able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Another carry now for Madison. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
This a 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Mon. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Now Fields going to keep it running left.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Fields going to keep it once more. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
14 yards that time, but a 1st down on the keeper. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They go to Johnson again. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7.
And Johnson's kick is good,
and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a give to Madison. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 49 yards.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Carlson on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the fifth time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here's Fields. He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Here now a third down and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Chicago. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, here's the option.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 1st down, Fields. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. Touchdown! Tyler Scott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And he won't quite make it to the 25. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Mon going to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Mon. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Off play action. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And running with power here. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
occasionally you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They give to Johnson going right. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.